Hello, everybody. Welcome.
We're live.
Hey, we're. You're doing
a bit. Go ahead. You got it.
I didn't know you were doing a bit.
You got it.
Anyway, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Upstream with Some Nobodies. I'm Zack. This is Dylan over here. If there's a little bit of a lag, I'm sorry about that. He's just not that funny or fast, so that's how it goes. So what this is, Talking Upstream. It is a 90-minute writer's room style show where Dylan and I and our brains and Dylan's degree help kind of show how we work out our stories and how we get to our next project and our next ideas. So we also have another guest today, which is great. But first, how you doing? How you feeling?
Today was rough.
For
a variety of reasons. I had some personal stuff, some family stuff, some work stuff.
Save the work stuff. Nobody cares about that.
It's over.
Yeah,
Today's
it's over. Now we're here.
Yeah.
And how are you now?
I'm better.
Good.
Yeah. I drank some water. I had some sunlight. I talked to the parents.
I gave you my password to Peacocks, and I can watch new content.
You did not. You're just saying that for the people at home.
Anyway, do you want to tell them about last week's show? What we did with that?
So last week's show, it was the
Last Hero,
one, right?
yeah.
Yeah, Last Hero. Last week we worked through an idea where the plot was that the heroes of the world have been defeated permanently in most cases. Mm-hmm. And so the villains kind of step up to fill the void and they realize that there cannot be any evil without good. And it wound up being this really interesting story of them preventing an apocalypse by rolling time back again and again. And it expanded far beyond what we had initially envisioned. It
definitely was a better story than I thought it was going to be going into it. I was like, oh, another superhero thing. We'll figure this out.
But it turned out to have a lot of non-conventional genre stuff in there.
Yeah.
I liked.
And behind the scenes, once the show was done, Dylan was like, hey, I'm actually pretty excited about this. Can we actually make this a project?
I kind of wanted to turn it into something like a novel or something.
So now we have a Google Doc and we're going over it. We're making it into something.
A normal thing.
And we don't have a scene from last week because we're still working on our stuff. Like we said last week, we do have a couple things that we're working on. We're doing, we're trying to make like a mini short film. We've, one of the projects that we came up with on the show, actually. Yeah. We have a couple other things going on. But first we want to get into our guests. So we want to thank IBM TV. Thank you very much for giving us time and space on your network to just let us ramble.
You've let us talk far more than anyone else in my life has.
Yeah, and I need friends.
Normally they send me to my grandparents after this.
I tried to, but they don't live this close.
No, they don't. I'm not driving 7 hours in Kansas.
Yeah, so anyway, thank you to IBM TV for having us on there. And you can find us at somenobodies.com. But our guest this week is some of our friends, actually, because of a couple mistakes we made. Yeah. We've had a lot of conversations with these guys. But from the podcast Entertain This, we have our friends. So we're going to bring them on real fast.
Welcome Alex, Michael, and Nick from Entertain This.
Hello.
How's it going? Greetings.
Hey there. It's actually nice to talk to you guys without any kind of lag or any kind of weirdness.
This is so crisp. It's so nice.
Yeah. Wow. I can hear you. I can see everybody. It's cool. So Entertain This real fast. Can I please get Nick to explain what this show is?
Oh, no. You picked on me.
I did.
I didn't even have my hand up.
I'm sorry.
So Entertain This is a podcast where we encapsulate all things entertainment. That's kind of our unofficial tagline.
Yeah.
I think it was Michael or Alex who actually came up with it. It wasn't me this time. But what we do is we go into all these different media sources, all these different places that we get entertained, whether that's TV, Netflix, podcasts too. We delve kind of deeper into that below base level type of understanding with any kind of media that we watch and consume. And so we take a deeper look at what things are and kind of like, I don't know, we entertain this. We review all these things and then we ask you, the people, the viewers, the watchers, the listeners to entertain it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. And, I appreciate that.
Basically, like a quick little like cover on top of that is like we take a little bit of what we find enjoyable out of that, kind of just throw it out into the world and hope that people are entertained by both by what we throw out there and by what we're showing them, that they can find enjoyment out of it.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
So like we get together. Like the reason we have this show is so Dylan and I can actually have a way to create new content or to create an idea for something and hope that it's good.
It forces us to turn up because we are now accountable to people.
That's true. But Alex, what was the thought process behind getting this together to make this into a podcast?
Oh yeah, for sure. So I've always kind of been interested in podcasting. One of the like podcasts that I listened to a lot around the time of the conceptualization of Entertain This was a podcast called Reply All, which is a pretty famous one. But I know that when listening to that show, I was like, man, I wish I could just like have an opportunity to like get together with my close friends and talk about something we were all passionate about. And I was at my job. I was doing some menial work, not really paying attention to what I was doing. And just like, I think I heard somebody a couple aisles over from where I was working just say like, well, entertain this. And I was like, entertain this, man. that would be a really good podcast about entertainment. And then I was like, oh, but there's so many podcasts out there that are just about like movies and TV. Like, how are we going to be different? It's like, well, what if ours was not just about like the regular entertainment industry, but it was about anything that brings you entertainment, like live theater or museums, paintings, artists, poetry, anything that brings you entertainment. What if we talked about all of it? And it would open so many doors to like endless episodes on things we want to talk about. And so I got together with my friends, Michael and Nick, and I was like, hey guys, I know that we already hang out a lot and I ask a lot of you, but would you guys want to be on a podcast? And they were both like, yeah, man, for sure. And the rest is history. We kind of turned Entertain This into a kind of, I want to say like an hour-long elevator pitch into something that maybe you're familiar with and you just want to learn more about, or I mean, it's entertain this ... because it's the beginning of a conversation. Yeah. So it welcomes you into this new topic. And it's like, hey, give this a chance. Entertain this.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Dylan and I, we met in like Boulder, Colorado, and we've kind of formed our basis out of there, and that's where all of our stuff comes from. Where were you guys when you met / are now?
We all had a mutual friend, and we all met through that mutual friend, and then eventually we just kind of all became super close. Mm-hmm. So mostly D&D though, if we're being honest, it's mostly through role-playing games and the like. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of our earlier ideas was to create not a dating app, but a gaming team app that it works like a dating app where you could find like people around you that would want to join a campaign, because it is like a relationship.
Man, what a great idea!
It's $1 million idea.
My first thought was like, that'll never work because the commitment level for a D&D game is way higher.
Yeah,
that's so true.
It's fair.
That's cool. Yeah, I find that in a lot of what Dylan and I do, we co-host a lot of shows together and this and everything. I do a lot of the talking. I'm not sure if it's because I'm nervous or whatever, or if I'm, I don't know, whatever. Do you find that one of you guys kind of takes over the lead more often than not?
Yeah, I would say that we actually operate off of like a rotation where we have a different host for each podcast. So it usually goes like Nick, myself, Alex, and then we usually try and bring on a guest every month. And so that way it allows us to rotate around like different ideas that each of us have come up with, and just gives whoever is listening in on that podcast a chance to hear a different perspective than maybe what they're used to from listening to a lot of Alex's episodes or my episodes or Nick's. So
cool. To kind of piggyback on top of that, I think that what I really enjoy about that kind of a system is that there are episodes where we'll talk about things that like, and this was an ongoing trope at the beginning of our podcast, was we'd usually have an episode where it was like two of us knew about it and one of us was in the dark, or like two people were completely in the dark about it. Rarely do we find it that all three of us know everything there is to know about the subject we're talking about. In most cases, one of us is completely unfamiliar, which makes that entertain this conversation like somebody gets to play the role of the audience member who is unfamiliar with it, which I think is really nice. So yeah, it's pretty spread out because of that.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I appreciate that you guys do more than just movies and TV. Like I had mentioned this to you when we talked previously and you brought it up this time, there are movies and TV show podcasts just a dime a dozen. You throw a dart and you'll hit 3 of them. And it's hard to not just reiterate someone else's opinion. So it's cool that you guys cover stuff that is not just those 2 forms of pop culture.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone can take this question. Is there a subject matter that you might want to cover that you think might be too out there for the other people on the show? Or something that you just don't think might work for the format?
I know that the last time we recorded, I really liked my answer to this one, and so I'll say that. True. But Michael could probably add on something else. But I said there was one subject that I really wanted to do that I never thought that I'd get the chance to do, which was I wanted to do an entire, and I pitched this to both of them multiple times. I want to do an entire episode called "In Defense of Adam Sandler," where it's an episode where we basically just look for the goods in the Adam Sandler movies, like the different redeeming qualities of the movies that kind of make up for the fact that everyone almost constantly goofs on him and doesn't take his movies seriously nor want to watch them. But I was shot down pretty hard for that one.
He had a couple of bangers. I'll admit it.
There's not enough content there. I don't think I could do an hour episode defending Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I've got one in the works that I'm actually like really proud of how it's coming along. The Dance Dance Revolution, where I want to go into the history and like the pop culture sensation that Dance Dance Revolution was, to the point where like it even like invaded people's homes. Like where I had a dance pad in my house, and that led to me like easily being able to do like expert level songs.
I remember at a friend's house trying to play Halo 1 on his Xbox with his dance pad. You had to melee only because there were no triggers.
That's so awesome, man.
That's a challenge.
It was. We didn't get far.
Yeah, when I first moved to Colorado, the first job I took was a bartender job at a barcade, and they had 2 Dance Dance Revolutions. And the second we opened to the second we ended, there was people on that machine just stomping the whole ground, and it's just wild because it's like teens in there constantly. Yeah. It's such a crazy game.
Now, Michael, do you think you're going to touch on other rhythm-based music games like Guitar Hero or
100%? Yeah, because Dance Dance Revolution like kind of is like a prelude to what I'm going to talk about. Dance Dance Revolution kind of served as the basis. No. But like, it's just a really fun fact and this is why I think we love doing this podcast so much, is because we get to talk about really stuff that we're very passionate about. Or just find really interesting. But like Dance Dance Revolution kind of served as the hopscotch into all these rhythm-based games that we saw dominate the early to mid 2000s and 2010s. So
definitely.
Now, do you feel that the launch point for the DDR was the Nintendo? What was that the pad, the foot pad? I remember I had one of the earlier games from the NES, and it was an Olympic game, and you had to like run and then jump and do hurdles and run, but it was with your feet, and it was almost like a twister board. It was like a yeah.
Oh, the Wii.
No,
I think not the Wii.
Oh no.
I don't know anything about Nintendo, so shoot me for that.
It's like the power pad. It was called the power pad, and it was 2-player, and you had like 2 people could whatever. It doesn't matter. Next question. Whatever. It's my stuff.
Whatever, man. It's fine.
Do you guys listen to the podcast? Do you have a favorite that is not pop culture related?
And this is a correct only answer.
Yeah, sure.
I'm kidding.
It's some Nobodies and all of the Nobodies.
I did do it.
And Silicone Angels, podcast, all those. Really enjoy them.
Thank you. I just need that for myself.
But another answer that I would give
a serious would be, no, I'm kidding.
There's a podcast, again, another really famous one, so I'm not the hipster bringing in the stuff no one's heard about. But there's a podcast that I'm hooked on right now called My Brother and Me, which is just like an Ask Abby if Abby were 3 brothers who were sarcastic and didn't have filters.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, which I really enjoyed.
They did the Adventure Zone, didn't they?
They do also do the Adventure Zone. Yeah.
Oh, it's another D&D one.
Yeah. Dylan just sums up all podcasts for me in like a 30-second snippets. That way I don't need to listen to them.
He has all podcast knowledge across all spans of the universe.
I know that. Editing too much. That's it. Quick question. Well, Nick, let's go back to the one question that we asked. I guess technically Alex and Michael. What is like your nerd thing that you would like to pitch to the show, but maybe don't want to or can't?
Oh, this is a good one. So I don't know who the impetus behind this is, but it was either Alex or me that wanted to do an episode on conspiracy theories. And
It was both of us.
yeah, it was kind of, I don't know if it ever is going to come to fruition, but if and when it does, that's like the red flag where we officially run out of ideas. As soon as we start talking about all these conspiracies where we're going to alienate 50% of our audience right off the bat, just in the opening line, right? But I mean,
what's your favorite conspiracy theory?
I mean, it'd have to be the JFK assassination.
Ooh.
Oh,
I mean, you have like the CIA's account of what happened, but is that really what happened? I don't know.
There are like new documents coming out for it all the time. We don't
I
need to turn
know.
this into one of those shows, but
It's crazy,
it's
yeah.
just nuts.
Yeah.
And this is where I'll play the role of the audience and be the complete skeptic through all of it. And just
Yeah.
right.
There was a second shooter.
yeah. Dylan still makes me prove to him that the world is round. So
Yeah.
What?
well, it's hard to get high or something. I don't.
Every picture I've seen of the world has been flat, so
That's a good point. I mean,
We had a D20 around here somewhere.
I know it just dropped.
There it is.
Yeah, we always have one around.
Yeah.
What would you say was? I guess I'm gonna skip that question.
Okay.
I hate that question. I don't know why
I
you
don't know
wrote
which
that
one
one.
it
well
is.
now I'm curious and it's
I'm not
gonna
gonna
eat
say
at
no.
me.
No, definitely. I really can. It's not worth
Fair
it. This is a question that we like to ask nerds though, because there are so many very weird answers. But
That's us.
who would you say is your favorite iteration of Batman?
I get to have
Everyone
one.
always takes a deep breath before they answer too.
I think it's one of the questions that has the most like the wide span of answers though.
It's almost there is a favorite.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a
We'll
least
wait.
favorite
We'll
too.
wait.
Who did The Dark Knight?
Yeah, that's Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, yeah.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
the one that wins.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm saying Adam West. I just like him.
Adam
I
West,
just like him. I like the
West.
costume. I like the style of it. I like the pows and stuff.
Did you watch the two Adam West sequel movies they made? The animated sequel movies that came out like 2 years ago?
No. But
Yeah,
I
there were like
want
two
to
new
now.
ones. There are two new movies within the last like 3 years, animated, but done by Adam West and Burt Ward, and almost
Oh,
all the original
wow.
cast, and they're in that same universe. It's pretty good.
That is awesome. I have to look into that.
Michael,
Yeah, I got to go with Christian Bale, not because of Christian Bale, but because of the actual stories and plots and other characters associated with it.
He's a Banehead.
that's cool.
So Batman.
Yeah, we usually get a lot of Kevin Conways from
Conroy.
Kevin Conroy. Yeah,
Mm.
Poser.
yeah. Yeah, or the Arkham Knights one,
Yeah.
which
Nobody
yeah.
ever says Ben Affleck though. Ever.
Wow.
No.
Nobody
no one's
ever
asked me.
said.
That's why no one's asked me.
Okay.
So who's your favorite Batman?
Do it.
Kevin Conway. Conway Twitty.
He did a song as Batman. Nobody-
Whatever that
Ladies
guy
and
is.
gentlemen, Mr. Kanye Twitty.
Family Guy.
All right, so we don't want to take up too much of you guys' time, but until we get to like the next question, which is why we have a show here. Where would people find your show? What would you like people to know about you guys? Anything that you would like to pitch or
Yeah,
et cetera,
pitch
et cetera.
yourselves.
Yeah.
Sure. So we are Entertain This, a podcast encapsulating all things entertainment. We do deep dives into some of the more, I want to say some of the more like lesser known, but definitely some of the lesser covered or older topics. And if that interests you, if you want to find something new, if you just want to learn about some corner of entertainment that maybe you're not akin to, then you can check us out. You can find us on Spotify for sure. You just look up Entertain This with 3 dots. You can find us on Twitter. We are entertain_this. And then our Instagram is Entertain This Podcast. Both of those have link trees in the descriptions. That'll take you to every streaming service that we provide on, which there are a good number of them.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you guys have like an upcoming project that you want to talk about, or?
Can we talk about our last project? Because it was like one of the
Yeah, that was a
biggest
big
things.
one.
We gotta
So-
talk about it.
Yeah, so we just released our Halloween special. I know this is releasing like way after Halloween this episode will be, but man, it's a good one to listen back on because we kind of took a more in-person route to entertainment where we showed off a role-playing game called 10 Candles. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
I've never played it, but I love it.
So 10 Candles is a horror-based RPG that's basically it's life or death. Every situation is, and your characters are just humans. You're not heroes. Like, you're squishy. And so my girlfriend actually wrote up a module, and we played through that. And then I took the time to edit through and add in special effects and special sound effects and music and suspense building sounds and things of that nature. Took about, I think, 17 total hours. 2-part, and it ends with a script that Nick actually wrote for a horror story that the entire Entertain This ensemble and friends all gathered in and did voice acting on. So
Right on,
guys.
It's something really awesome, something that we all put our heart and soul into. So I think if you got the time and if you want to be a little spooked, then you can go listen to part 1 and 2 of our Halloween special, and you'll really have a good time.
Yeah, we definitely will. I mean, technically, you've been on 2 of our shows now. So we're definitely fans. So we'll keep that going. Yeah. But like we said, the reason that we have a show, Talking Upstream, is so that we can talk our way up to a streaming service. And the way that we do that is by coming to a table every single week with brand new ideas and try to work them out with really not a lot behind it. So I remember what we talked about, like with you guys last time, was 2 way different things, which were cool. I think it was
it was Unicorn Smugglers.
Yeah, Unicorn Smugglers.
25 to Life.
Oh yeah. But we have a new one. The one that I came up with this week for your consideration is I had this idea of almost like a shared dream space. Like when you went to sleep, through your dream, like a celebrity would be there. And sometimes, depending on you or that celebrity, whoever went to sleep first, you would either go into their dream or they would go into your dream. And I kind of had this weird thing where
dream link with a celebrity,
like a dream link. Yeah.
Well,
so to me, the coolest celebrity that I would want to dream link with is Jeff Goldblum. So,
oh my God, you're so right. You're right on too many levels.
I feel like that's like the most beautiful, like serene dreamscape ever. And if he's in mine,
to my dreamscape, I have a good time.
Well, that's a good impression.
Thank you.
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
We'll just say shared dream space.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm pitching the idea of a shared dream space, some celebrity.
Now, is this like a pay program? Like you pay for this, like a subscription?
No, like you go to sleep and you don't realize it. They just happen to be in your dream and they're confused.
It's not like being
No, not like being John. You don't get to be them. No. Oh, that'd be great. No, it just happens. It's just one person and then a celebrity, and then they can dream in each other's dreams depending on who goes. And then I guess they probably would want to meet each other or something like that. I don't know.
Good way to get
it's like Inception rules. Somebody builds it, somebody just experiences it, but it depends on who gets there first.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Less water, no kicks.
Yeah.
So what do you got?
I had an idea. What if a spider hosted a talk show where he interviewed all the bugs he's about to eat?
I really like that one.
Wait, is it like super graphic or is it like kids?
Either or.
Like for kids?
Probably not super graphic. Well, it depends. Are we going to pitch it to Adult Swim or are we going to pitch it to like PBS?
We'll pitch it to anybody who wants to
Anybody
listen
who
to
will
it.
take it.
It's a spider talk show host.
Spider interviews.
Interviewing prey.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, cool. All right. Well, oh, God. Dylan always have the better ones. Spider show hosts.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the 2 ideas we're going to present to you guys are the 2 we just talked about. Obviously, the shared dream space, something, celebrity, something, who knows? We'll get there, maybe. Or Dylan's idea this week, which is a spider television show host that interviews his prey before eating them, I guess?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, if it's a kid's show, that's kind of like educational and kind of cute.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
IBM
well,
TV.
it's up to you guys now. Between you 3, we'll take the best 2 out of 3 answers, I guess.
Okay. We have 2 choices.
And you guys get to pick. I meant
early.
3 of them. Like if they vote.
Oh, I figured it was either 1.
Wait,
2,
they picked for 2 of these?
1, 2, or we just end the show early and we're done.
Okay, I guess there is that random 3rd choice which just got presented to me.
And the show. Hold music in the of our
Man, I really like curtain 3 in most shows, but that seems like the end all be all.
Yeah, but don't be fooled by
idea.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll talk amongst ourselves. Yes, boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm seeing is I think the shared dream space one kind of is like a Black Mirror kind of could be episodic and go into different stories each time. I feel there's a lot of girth to the Spider show host one though. I especially like it as kind of an Eric Andre style, like off the rails kind of lose yourself in the spider's antics kind of a show.
Yeah,
what are you guys thinking?
When I think of the shared dream space, maybe it's because I got spooks on my mind, but I think of like a really cool situation where it's like a celebrity is trying to reach out through the dream space to warn of like a stalker or something who is going to like kill them. And then it's like the normal person's job to convince everyone that he's telling the truth and is not the crazy one.
Pretty good.
He's like a dream detective. That's not
And then my mind went to my mind went to Tim Allen, right? I don't know why.
It always does. It's
It always
inevitable.
does.
Every time you could be eating dinner with him, his mind will go there. I don't know what it is.
One track mind, I guess. But you're in a shared dream space with Tim Allen, and he's trying to get you to buy Binford tools or something.
Just wake me up.
He's just like,
Wake me up inside. I can't wake up.
But I think, to me at least, the shared dream space has the most wheels because the Spider show host is just, we got enough late night talk shows, okay? You got Jimmy Fallon.
But how many are hosted by a spider? And what if he calls himself Man Spider? He's like, I'm not friendly, nor am I from your neighborhood. My name is Man Spider.
I don't like
my talk show. No hyphen, one straight word. But yeah, I'd agree. The shared dream space does have wheels.
It's got wheels.
So maybe see where you take that one.
Okay.
Consensus?
Consensus is a shared dream space, I guess, right?
We've reached concordance.
Correct. Yes.
I consent. Yes.
And then I will cross this off with haste.
That's fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Because we're gonna take the Spider show host one.
We're gonna run with it.
We're gonna take. Well, we want that one. You guys can have the dream space one.
I wanted the other one now. Alex, Nick, Mike, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
To everybody watching this all around the world, go to entertain this. Find some cool stuff. Dylan's a fan of the RuneScape one, right? That was it.
Yeah.
It was
a good episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out that Halloween thing because I haven't heard an actual play of 10 Candles yet, but I am curious.
Yeah, we play a lot of fiascos. Which is cool. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. If ever we can get you guys on to play it with us, man, that would be a real fun time.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, literally. All
maybe a special live stream sometime.
Yeah. Anytime you name it, we're there.
Yeah.
Awesome. But until then, let's get back to this, guys. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. We'll see you very soon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
A lot of fun. Thanks.
All right. We're doing shared dream space.
Yeah, I was really hoping the Spider show host would win.
I had bits lined up, but that's okay.
I came up with a bunch of bits too.
Yeah.
Ugh. Are they still here? That's cool.
Oh, are we hanging? Cool.
Yeah, you guys can be here and talk us through this. That's cool.
We're afraid to leave.
You don't have to. You can keep talking. That's
we
fine.
have a live audience.
Cool. If you guys,
We don't care. I mean, you guys could stay as long as you want. That's fine.
All right.
You guys want to chill? I'm cool. I'm chill.
Yeah. So
you guys were still here.
Shared dream space. I guess what I initially saw was somebody going to sleep and then having a dream that is very different than a normal dream. And then through a wandering, they come across a celebrity.
Sure.
And that celebrity is confused they're there.
I understand. Okay.
And that's kind of it. And then depending on who goes to sleep first, they go to the other ones.
I like the idea that somehow the celebrity is reaching through dream space to just ask for help.
Sure.
And if we can, let's say Jeff Goldblum. Why not?
Yeah.
So this guy falls asleep one night and he has a weird dream. And then suddenly Goldblum manifests in front of him, or like his face appears in like a tree's foliage. We're doing dream imagery. Why not? Yeah. Like he's outside walking in nature and the tree's canopy just turns into Goldblum's face. It's like, wait, are you part of this? The guy goes, well, I didn't think so.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then,
so who's being like attacked or sought after?
I think
is it the celebrity or the?
I would assume it's a celebrity, and maybe they took. Goldblum's weird enough. I could imagine him taking like.
Wait, what do you guys think? Do you think it's cool that the celebrity is stalked, or is the celebrity helping a nobody?
I personally am more invested in the idea of the nobody trying to help the celebrity because they have to overcome a lot more boundaries to try and make it seem like they're actually the one, like not crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
And if like it's a dream, do they know that they're in a dream, or is it like, oh, another fan has come up to me and now I'm here with you and we have to figure out what's going on?
Oh, that's cool.
Like, is Jeff Goldblum aware? Who knows?
I love the impression. All right, cool. So Jeff Goldblum is in danger, and this person is going to try to save their life through a dream. So. Now, do they do this a lot, or is this their first time in the dream space?
I think that question, the answer to that really changes what kind of story this is. Because if they're used to it, it's going to be, I imagine they are doing this professionally.
Yeah.
If they're not used to it, then it is just some average somebody trying to help a celebrity in dream space.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now, I'm assuming we want to make this primarily dream-based.
It's going to be mostly in dream world.
Because otherwise, I imagine the inciting incident is the dream message, and then the rest of it takes place in reality.
Yes.
But I'm not sure I like that.
Not all of it in reality, because there has to be some in reality, because I would assume, based on what I think Michael said, was that if an NPC or like a nobody has to get to Jeff Goldblum in real life, it would be impossible.
Yeah.
So it would be cool if they're like, I have to get him in the dream space.
Yeah.
I really like this.
That's not bad.
So
right?
like in the dream, he tries to convince him that the things in real life are going to happen, and that's the
you need to meet me.
Yeah.
They go between like Jeff Goldblum finding the evidence in real life, like, oh my God, this is real. I need to get to sleep and talk to this guy.
And then Jeff Goldblum now has to try to find out who the person in the dream is to get the actual information.
Everybody thinks Jeff is crazy because he's trying to tell people about it, and they're like, dude, the guy in your dream isn't real.
Yeah, it's like, I need to get to Boulder, Colorado to talk to Dylan Terry right now. And everybody's like, what are you talking about?
Who's saving who?
Jeff Goldblum is in danger.
Yes.
The whoever is in the dream is saving Jeff Goldblum.
Okay.
Because you can't get to Jeff Goldblum in real life.
Right.
You've tried.
Okay.
I really like the idea also of the just normal everyday guy being like, man, I keep having these weird dreams with Jeff Goldblum in them where I'm trying to save him. And then Jeff Goldblum shows up and he's like, I got your message. I'm here for your help.
Or Jeff Goldblum wakes up and he's like, this guy keeps trying to save me and I'm just hanging out here.
You don't know you're in danger, Goldblum.
Yeah,
Jeff. You don't know me that well. It's Mr. Goldblum.
It's Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Okay, so Goldblum's in danger. Who's our main character?
He is
boy or girl, main character. What do you think?
Boy, you don't want the audience to get confused with some sort of a romantic relationship with Jeff Goldblum. This is strictly platonic, or it needs to be a girl, and that needs to be stated.
Yeah, guys definitely cannot find Jeff Goldblum attractive. Don't look at me.
Hey, I didn't say that.
I'm just kidding. No, I do like it being a guy. There'll be a weird message. Sure. Yeah, whatever. So that's cool. So who's this guy? Who's this guy?
Car dealer.
He's a car dealer?
No, it needs to be something where he has time to invest in this.
I was actually kind of liking car
dealer.
Yeah.
He's a used car salesman.
Because like say it's like a slow season, he's like daydreaming. He goes, why is Jeff Goldblum my daydream?
Yeah.
He's falling asleep at his desk.
Yeah. And right when he gets to meet
that could be anyone.
Finally reach Jeff Goldblum, he's like getting jerked awake by his boss. He's like, damn it, car salesman. You need to stop. First dream, yeah. All right, cool.
First dream, he has a dream that he is selling. Do we do that thing where it opens on a dream?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure,
we love tropes here.
How are we? What media is this? Movie?
So I guess
Adult Swim bumper.
Is that like a sticker?
It's like a 15-minute, like Too Many Cooks type of thing.
Oh. Yeah, it's where all the creepy stuff happens.
Yeah,
I like that.
Between midnight and like 6 a.m.
I do like this being like a very fast half an hour.
Yeah.
But I almost kind of like it animated.
Holiday special.
A holiday special.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh.
So, elaborate.
While
you brainstorm, let me reintroduce who we are to the people at home.
Yeah, please. Let me get out.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dylan, the man experiencing existential creative dread at the whiteboard is Zack. We are some nobodies. We are joined today by our friends Alex, Nick, and Michael from the Entertain This podcast. And this is Talking Upstream, in which Zack and I spend roughly 90 minutes to an hour bringing two ideas to the table, developing one of those ideas into something that we can ideally produce, pitch, or further develop. This week we are doing Shared Dream Space, in which Jeff Goldblum is in danger, and he shares a unique dream space with a car salesman named Craig. And Jeff Goldblum asks Craig for help, and we are here with input from our buddies over at Entertain This.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool.
So yeah, I think it makes sense to open on a dream, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah,
kind
then
of
you could pull
popping up
the thing at the end where it's like, oh, it was all just a dream.
Or you
Oh.
leave it just up in the air. Is he dreaming still? Are they
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the dream?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Oof. Yeah.
He walks into the kitchen, Jeff Goldblum's spinning, and he goes, "I'm not gonna fall down."
I'm not.
Nobody cares that you don't like your wife.
You gotta.
I forget how the movie went.
No, I think we're at the end of this. Like Goldblum, like starts liking Craig, and it's like, "You gotta leave me alone, man. I'm trying to sleep." And he's just like, "Oh, I was thinking.
I was never here.
I was never here." And you hear him blend in something in the dream
Oh, that's
kitchen.
cool. All right. So it opens on a dream, and this guy Craig is at work, and he's daydreaming, and he has a dream where just in his dream, it's a normal setting for him, but for some reason, Jeff Goldblum is there, and he's doing that John Travolta meme thing where he doesn't really know like where he's going, and right as he goes to approach Jeff Goldblum, that's when he wakes up.
Yes, but I think at some point, just before he wakes up, Goldblum should look at him and go, "Wait, are you not part of this?" And he snaps awake. Like Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
good. That's
Like
very
that.
good.
Good hook. That's a good hook.
Write that down.
Yeah, I am. What do you type up while I'm doing this?
This is IMDb. Oh, okay. No, I see it now.
Hey, he types like me.
He's a Sergeant Peck kind of guy.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so how do we know that that they both know that one of them is in danger, though? We have
I think
to.
the second dream. I think they start
Mhm.
weirdly sharing a dream space, and in the second dream, Goldblum's like, maybe the third dream. The second one is them kind of goofing around, and the third one, he goes, "Hey, this is serious. I know we've been kind of taking this funny. I'm in danger. There are people in my house, and I'm asleep." And it's like, "Why are you asleep?" "I don't know."
Wait, Jeff Goldblum tells Craig that he's in danger?
Jeff Goldblum tells Craig that Jeff Goldblum is in danger.
I think that it might be better that Craig tells Jeff Goldblum he's in danger without him knowing.
That Goldblum's in danger?
Yeah.
How does he know that?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I just asked you that.
Oh,
Might I interject for a moment?
Please.
that's why you're
I think
here.
it's important that Craig is somehow tied to the problem. If he's a used car salesman, I want to say he's having dreams of Jeff Goldblum maybe getting in a car crash due to a faulty something with his car. He's like, I have to sell Jeff Goldblum a new car.
Oh,
And
crazy.
Jeff Goldblum is like, "Well, this guy's trying to sell me a car in my dreams. How could he be helping me?"
A
It's
new
like, no, you
used
don't
car.
understand.
I like that, actually. He's just Goldblum with a car.
In his dream?
He's getting into a dream
Wait,
car.
so he's almost incepting Jeff Goldblum into a sale.
And then you have the
Yeah.
opportunity for all of these dreams to be like that thing where it develops every dream he has, where like the first dream is like Jeff Goldblum getting a car. He's like, "What are you doing in my driveway?"
Oh,
And then
See,
in
I
the
like
second one,
that.
he's like driving off and he's like, "No, something's about to happen. I can feel it."
I like that, but I guess as like we were kind of just talking, I had this idea that what if like Craig is up to Jeff in the dream, he's like, "I don't know why I know this, but you're in danger." And then Jeff Goldblum's like, "No,
I'm always in a car.
danger's my middle name." It's like, no.
Oh yeah, that seems very in character for Jeff Goldblum too, to like not take it seriously
Well,
at all.
you know,
Yeah.
Danger is my middle name. So.
And I was almost thinking that this would be, maybe in a weird way, like a sequel. You know what I mean? Like, say Craig knows that he has this power for some reason.
Yeah.
And he goes to sleep and he sees Jeff and he's like, "No, not Jeff Goldblum.
Not this time.
Not Jeff Goldblum. I got to stop it this time."
Not after last time.
Yeah.
Where
Sean Connery lost it.
that's too,
Well, I'm just
Oh.
saying.
I feel like it has to be like he dreamed of like a bird dying, and then he dreamed of like his like grandpa dying, and everyone's like, "Yeah, that happens when like people get old," and like the bird was a weird coincidence. And then it's
Ooh,
Jeff.
yeah.
Goldblum. He's like, "You have to hear me out. This one's important."
I was thinking that he has dreams that celebrities die, but he can prevent it. So like
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan or some B-list celebrity.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's dead?
No.
Oh, good.
But in the universe of this, he could be.
Oh, true. Okay. Ugh. Oof, I got sweaty for
Really?
a second. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Really?
Mm.
He's going to be an awesome almost Batman soon.
Oh yeah. 100% agree.
Yep. See?
He's gonna be back.
Well, yeah.
Jeffrey
And
Dean Morgan.
in Flashpoint, so he's Thomas Wayne, and in
Oh,
Flashpoint,
right.
Thomas Wayne's
Ah.
Batman because blah blah blah. Anyway, let's get back to this.
WB won't return my call, so I don't care. WB?
Well, they don't like it when you call them
Warner
that.
Brothers.
Yeah, they're the Warners.
WB?
The B.
Mr. and Mr. Warner.
So, okay, so do you think it's better that maybe Craig has a power or a premonition, or that
I like that Craig's power is that he has a premonition through by having people appear in his dreams and pulls them in. So Goldblum, the first dream is when Goldblum acknowledges Craig. The second dream, Craig tries to get his attention, and Goldblum goes, "Everything's so vivid. How did this? I thought that that dealer was too good. I thought, he really understood the quality of the product. This is really vivid." He reaches up to touch a tree, and then it turns into like a piece of a ham or something.
What? Ham trees?
It's a dream.
Is that what you dream of? Ham trees?
No.
Green eggs and ham.
Kind of hungry.
I didn't realize how hungry Dylan was before we did this. Is it a ham tree pizza?
No.
Oh, cool. All right, so dream one is okay. So what would you say? I guess the ending of this is going to be that he saves Goldblum, right? Right.
But I like to think that Goldblum saved him.
Well, there's a.
But can he save himself?
Do you think that Goldblum should be saved at the end of this? Is that how this story should end? Or
Depends. Do you want to set it up for a sequel?
Well, I don't want Goldblum to die, though.
I kind of like that. I kind of like. Well, spoilers. I kind of like that Back to the Future, like Doc laying on the ground and he pulls out the note and it's all taped up. I kind of like that ending for this, but like in a Goldblum kind of a way.
What if Goldblum,
He gets a note from Goldblum?
He gets a letter and he's just like, "Thank you."
He lives on in the dream world.
Oh, Craig gets a letter from Jeff Goldblum, and it's nothing but like a signed picture of him, like on the back of like from Jurassic Park with a shirt open and it's signed. And he's like, "Thanks, Craig."
It's just an apology for Jurassic Park 2.
Nice.
I'm not going to take the bait.
I'm going to say Goldblum survives.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That makes sense. I do like the given the letter thing. We can probably try to work that in somewhere. I think that's cool.
What if the letter thing was like one of those ads you get in the mail from a used car salesman?
And
you're like,
and he's
I
like,
don't want that.
Oh, the last line is, "He was real." And he looks at the ad and it's his picture and he's giving like the thumbs up with a smile.
Or he's like, maybe he wonders if like he actually saved Jeff Goldblum and he goes out and the advert is for like the next Ford Goldblum and like Jeff like buys all car companies. All right, so he is saved. So Goldblum's saved at the end. So what we do in this part of the show is try to use some of Dylan's writing degree to kind of tell people like how we get to where we're getting. So
use it somewhere.
Right. So would you say that we could go down some sort of arc structure, or what do you think we should do?
If we're making this a short, yes.
Okay.
I think why not? In general, the arc.
If I can make this short.
I mean, in general, the story structure exists because people resonate with it.
Yeah, true.
This one could be a really basic 3-act. We could do 2-act where there's a big turn in the middle. Do you think we could? We've been doing a lot of 3-act stuff recently.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it?
I mean, I like a 3-act structure, especially if we're trying to get like a 30-minute thing. Then we could break it down to 10-minute chunks. Yeah. So what would you say the first 10 minutes of this is?
I think the first one, Craig has a dream with Goldblum in it. He doesn't believe that Goldblum is an entity. He believes that he dreamed Goldblum. But at some point, Goldblum turns to him and says something that makes him feel like an observer. Like, "Oh, wait, have you always been here?"
Mm-hmm.
Cut. He wakes up. He has to do used car salesman stuff. That night, he goes to bed. Goldblum is there again. And I think at this point, Goldblum is like, "Hey, you're that guy from earlier." And that kind of brings Craig into the reality that Goldblum might actually be an entity as opposed to just something he created.
Okay.
But I think Goldblum is too wrapped up in being dream version. Maybe he's lucid dreaming or something. So he's just like, normally I don't share this with people. Bye. And then he flies off or something. He sprouts wings.
All right. So you're saying in the first 10 minutes, we have like 2 dreams, right? The first dream is the acknowledgement of what's happening. When he snaps back to life, I guess then it's him trying to figure out a solution or what his path is before the second dream.
I think when he snaps back from that first one, he just writes it off.
Okay.
He's just like, "Yeah, that was weird. I don't normally dream about celebrities."
And then dream 2 is what?
Dream 2 is Goldblum. He goes into the dream state or whatever, and Goldblum is there, and Goldblum goes, I guess I mean, are you going to be here long? I don't normally like to share this. And Craig is like, "Wait, did I not dream you?" And he goes, "Did I dream you?" And they have their, mutual acknowledgement. And then Goldblum kind of brushes them off. It's like, "Well, just don't. I'll be over here in my giant sandcastle," or whatever Goldblum dreams about. I'm sure we can find out something.
I think it is a giant sandcastle, actually.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so this would be the meeting where Goldblum, and now what we're saying that Craig at this point knows that Goldblum is in danger.
Yeah, I think something should happen where Craig wakes up and is like, "Wait a minute, this might be the only way to let him know that he's in trouble."
All right, entertain this, guys. What do you think the danger should be that Goldblum is in? Is it like some kind of body thing, or like an accident, or what do you think? What's the danger?
I think the problem that we're running into is that it has to be something that Craig knows that Jeff doesn't know, which is difficult if Jeff's the celebrity. I think that kind of puts us in a corner of like Jeff has to be like away from technology or like on a vacation somewhere, and they're like his career's in ruins or something.
Right. Unless for some reason like Craig's power is that it's the same thing every time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like say like it's always like some prostate cancer. So every time Craig sees like a celebrity, he's like, well, you can't swerve away from prostate cancer. Why did that come out? We'll say a car accident.
You okay? That's dark.
I'm just sweaty.
What if Jeff Goldblum was getting abducted by aliens? Because he was in Independence Day, wasn't he?
Alien abduction.
Yeah, sure.
Craig can always predict alien abductions. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It happens. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I'm down.
What if it just every time he dreams of someone, they disappear?
Just
They
disappears.
just disappear.
Oh, it's like a Stranger Than Fiction type thing.
Mm.
They bring Goldblum back. We've already had him.
they abduct him and they bring him back down. And they're like, never mind.
All right. So Craig's power is that he, if he dreams of somebody, then that person either gets abducted by aliens or goes disappearing. Right?
Yeah.
They're the same thing.
Yeah.
We
I
could
guess
just make it like a vague, like every time Craig dreams of a celebrity, just like they die, just in a certain way, kind of like in the same same frame as like Stranger Than Fiction, where it's like it's just like he gets hit by a bus or like he falls down a flight of steps, or it's like basically Craig just knows like you need to be more careful.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I like that, because if somebody were to come at me and be like, I had a dream about you, be more careful, I'm like, shut up. Also, my name's not
I'm going to go run with scissors. Shut up.
I have a big stunt to film today. Let me do it.
It always smells like gas in my apartment.
I'll hoist this.
I'm going to light this up.
Yeah. I'll hoist this anchor if I want to. Okay. So what would you say is this part?
I say that's when he realizes the threat against Goldblum. Or like he wakes up and he goes, I got to find him.
Okay. So this is when the clock starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So
if
this
we're
is
doing short, then we might as well.
Yeah. So this is the realization point.
Yeah.
Realization.
Yep. There you go.
Point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. Okay, cool. And then what happens in this next 10 minutes? So this is a struggle to get to Jeff in real life.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
I think he calls. Nah.
Because like if you wanted to find Jeff Goldblum right now, how would you do it?
Google.
What's Google say?
Let's Google get in touch with
So
Jeff Bezos. No, gross.
Actually, you know what? We could use his help right now.
Do we want Jeff Bezos? No, we don't, because that's not going to end well for him.
No, also yeah, flat out he will just die. I don't care. It'll be very short.
Bookingagentinfo.com has info for how to get in touch with Jeff. Oh,
so
you
then,
have to pay for it.
Yeah, so then we can call Book an Agent.
Does he do that one thing, that one app, Cameo?
What if
does Jeff Goldblum do Cameo? What if he orders a Cameo where he's like
what if Craig tries to reach out to him to do a commercial for the car dealership?
And that's how he pulls him away from the danger.
There you go.
Not bad.
He's like, you can't afford me. My salary is $200,000. And it's like, well, we have to have a fundraiser now.
Your impression is getting better and better as the show goes on. I love it.
I'm new to this impression, but I'll find my comfort in it.
He was born on October 22nd, so it was his birthday recently.
Oh,
happy birthday, Jeff! Thank you, Jeff.
It was my birthday recently. We don't share a birthday though.
No.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Thanks for being born, you guys.
Yeah,
I do my best.
Yeah, he really hangs in there. All right, so we have a possible commercial, which is going to be the reason that Jeff is saved.
Yeah.
So I guess this is our classic montage.
I guess so.
This is a montage of how to meet Jeff Goldblum without falling asleep.
I think it starts with him trying to do it without falling asleep, and then eventually he's like, I'm going to screw it. I'm going to save some time. And he falls asleep.
Maybe they can only share dream space if they're both sleeping at the same time.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And that's why maybe he goes to sleep sometimes like, Jeff!
He tries sometimes and gets other celebrities, and he's like, I don't need to save you.
Kevin Spacey, get out of my way. You Miller, not right now.
This is going to be an expensive short.
That's what we're animating it.
We need throwaway celebrities.
We can do voice imitation.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Spacey's pretty cheap right now. They're
Yeah.
taking it out of movies.
You're right.
Replace him with a cartoon cat. It's really weird. And House of Cards 5 got really weird.
Yeah, sure.
President Garfield.
Turn into an AHA video.
When he like started a war with Russia.
So, what are some other ways that he can get to Jeff Goldblum in real life?
I mean, he turns into a stalker briefly.
Yeah.
You could just get in a car and drive on over to his house, or
Yeah.
Yeah, but where does Jeff Goldblum live?
He lives in a giant shoe.
What if there's a convenient sweepstakes
there you go.
for lunch with Jeff Goldblum, and he has to find a way to like hack the system to
Yeah.
win the
Wire.
sweepstakes?
I got the Goldblum ticket.
Is it a thing where like he's outside like, I'm never gonna meet Jeff Goldblum, and then the wind picks up and it hits him with a newspaper, and he's like, wait a minute, meet Jeff Goldblum.
Classic.
Goldblum ticket joke, and everybody just kind of washed over.
I'm
that.
sorry.
It's
Say-
okay.
Wait, say it again.
Nah, the time.
Say it again.
The moment's passed.
I
We-
really like the Goldblum ticket joke. I did hear it. It brought joy to me.
If we could just take a second to appreciate that. It was a
Thank
very
you.
good joke, and I talked over it. I
That's all
apologize.
right. I do like the idea of a newspaper hitting.
Well, let's write down
face.
Goldblum ticket first.
Okay.
I think that it needs to be some kind of a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory thing where Jeff Goldblum is endorsing this like weird product,
Cheese.
like Goldblum Golden Flakes, my new
Goat
cereal,
cheese.
and like no one's buying it, but you have to find the ticket inside the box.
Yeah.
It's like those commercials that Tommy Lee Jones does for candy in Japan.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
What?
Tommy Lee Jones is apparently huge in Japan, so he does commercials for candy.
I
gotta
feel
see
like
this.
everybody's huge in Japan.
If there's one human being I would never take candy from, it's probably Tommy Lee Jones. He looks like an old, soggy, like baseball glove.
Kevin Spacey.
Ew.
It's expensive candy though, so that's a different. Okay, so we know that the middle is going to be a montage to getting him, and then we're going to say what that this last third is going to be. He gets him for a commercial.
He tries to train Goldblum in like how to fight off abductors or something. Goldblum's not interested. He goes, "Listen, I only care about being a star."
Goldblum does.
Goldblum, I have the Goldblum standard.
Oh,
Yeah, and then Craig is like, "Oh, that's why we're doing this. I'm training you for a commercial for my used car dealership."
I need to learn.
Like interesting, very.
All right, cool.
Krav Maga.
So when does Goldblum show up for the commercial?
Probably at the very end. Why not?
It's like a will he show up or did he die kind of a situation, and that last shot is him
Ooh.
like stepping out of the car and then
Intense.
black.
And he like a bowling ball falls from an airplane right next to him.
So this is what this is commercial training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is so weird.
It's less dreams than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
Do we bring dreams back somehow?
I think so. I think.
What
we
if the
can-
dreams are like echolocation of how he finds Goldblum instead of like needing like a way that he finds him? He like slips into the dream and then like tries to get it out of Goldblum.
There's the Eiffel Tower in the distance. Do you think he's in Paris? Well, either Paris or Vegas. What's more likely for Goldblum?
So Goldblum's
Ooh.
dreaming of where he actually is.
He's got recent events in his dream.
Maybe he's daydreaming.
Or maybe he has to like pull it out of him by like changing Goldblum's mind and where he's thinking so that it transforms.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Do we want to add a subplot where someone finds out about Craig's power and is trying to use him to get to Goldblum?
To get him
Like
into
Craig
his
has
own.
his own peril.
Yeah. So this guy's trying to get him to get to Goldblum to do their other car commercial.
There's a rival car dealership.
What's the rival of a car? It'd either be like a truck or a motorcycle, right? And they
like
own
another-
that dealership.
Or
It's
a bigger car.
It's the actual car dealership, like the
Oh, the
dealer-
new cars.
Yeah.
You don't need to do used cars. We have new cars.
Craig is a
versus
used
new.
car salesman. This is like the actual manufacturer one.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they're like
The guy
doing
just-
They
corporatized.
have a rival
sharing.
dream sharer.
Okay, this is getting weird, but sure.
It
Yeah,
is.
I like-
So,
That's when we were going in.
I didn't think it was gonna be rival car dealerships, but
rival
yeah, sure.
car dreamers.
So rival car dreamers, and I guess the used car guy is using just talent, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the big car guy, they have a couple actual dreamers, and they're doing
It
a
should
corporate
be
style.
talent, and he should have a connection so that it feels like Craig is the underdog.
Okay.
Because if we make the
Ooh.
other guy more talented, then we're like, why are we following Craig?
I like the classic trope of like the new car dealers was like his high school bully or something.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
could do the like John Henry like human versus machine. Like they have a dream reading machine, and that's what they're using.
Oh, they have
Ooh.
the first AI that dreams?
But he can only do it by stealing other people's dreams.
Dream intruder.
Listen, we built this robot to do two things: dream and sell cars.
And we're all out of cars.
And we're all out of cars. Hey, good job, salesman.
Good job. You did it. 50% of
We
the
sold
way.
out. Go ahead. Okay, so then we have a big montage here, which obviously we always love to do. So the montage of trying to meet him with the goal of having him for a commercial, because I guess their commercial is way more dangerous.
Who is the rival to Goldblum on a celebrity level? Who can they get in their commercial that would rival like
McConaughey.
Ooh.
Jeff Bezos.
Somebody on an equal level to Jeff Goldblum would have to be like the other guy from Jurassic Park. The like actual main character who Jeff Goldblum stole the show from.
Oh, Sam Neill.
It's either that or Michael Keaton. It's one of the two.
Oh,
Michael Keaton's pretty good.
Michael Keaton's actually very good.
I've watched a lot of Sam Neill movies recently.
You have. You keep bragging
Yeah.
about it too, like it's a flex.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with it.
The Neil unpeeling the Neil.
Unpeeling the Neil?
No.
Is that our new podcast?
That's our new podcast. Oh god.
And that's getting a little sidebar.
Two up and coming podcast hosts kidnapped Sam Neill and forced him to watch his
And
movie.
strip his skin.
Just as a sidebar, I think I caught the bug from you guys because I've been talking with the boys about making a second podcast as well. And every time that I like thought of the new idea, I was like, "Oh man, just like some nobodies, they keep coming up with podcasts."
Dude, if you need somebody to host it or to help write it, like let us know. We have literally too much to do right now.
Might as well just throw more on the fire.
So, all right. So the rival car manufacturer, they're getting who? It's
Sam Neill?
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park. They could talk about the Jurassic Park days.
Yeah, that's cool.
And Neil,
But I think
at least I wasn't in that second one. But we
I
were-
think Jeff Goldblum's probably already signed on that first commercial when like the danger erupts, and it's like we have to keep pulling him towards us, but he's trying to pull him away to save him from the danger.
He's just excited. He wants to see it. Like, what is it? What is
Yeah.
this stuff?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by this. What is this? Lava? This is great.
How do we bring the dreams back in?
I think that there needs to be. Well, I think maybe they have a dream of like. I think that the commercial needs to be in like a dream. Maybe Goldblum is like having a stress dream about doing a different commercial,
Okay.
which gets him to do something. I'm not sure.
Guys, I just gotta let you know I'm not feeling this. I had some signs in my dream last night.
This random stranger came to me in my dream last night and told me, do not do this commercial.
Well, maybe that's the like final tipping point is like that the dream is what brought them together and the dream is what saves Jeff because Jeff's like, I can't do your commercial. I'm doing this other commercial. I wish I had a sign to tell me which I could do. I'm so torn right now. He goes back into the dream. He's like, it is I, your dream angel, telling you to do the used card one.
It is I, your dream angel, Craig.
It is I, that guy who you met in real life, but now I'm in a dream because I'm you.
I wish I had a sign. All right. Cool. That is weird, but I'm definitely into it. I think that we probably need like another character, right? We probably need a character who knows Craig that maybe doesn't believe in his powers.
Oh, maybe like they're like, you never sleep well anymore. We need to get you on like sleep medication. He's like, I know if I get on the sleep medication, I'm not gonna be able to get with Goldblum anymore.
He has
Like
he has like two friends. One's always giving him sleep medication, and the other one's always feeding him caffeine
He lives in a super expensive city, so he shares a studio apartment with two other people.
above like a movie theater. It's like,
Jeez.
Just the worst.
Yeah.
It's next to the train tracks.
And you find out at the end that's why he keeps having dreams about Jeff Goldblum as they keep rerunning Jeff Goldblum
it's
movies.
just Jurassic Park 2 on loop.
It's
can
got
never
trains
sleep.
running past it on both sides. Why not? We're going.
It's like
we're
I
going,
just want to meet Jeff again.
we're going total slapstick on this. Why
Yeah,
not?
this is fine.
This is ridiculous. I like it.
What else do you think we should throw into this thing?
I think I like the idea of the opposite dream team
Mhm.
from the other car company trying to get Goldblum to do their commercial.
So at some point in the dream that Craig is having, where Jeff is in it. At some point, the other dream people are in that same dream.
I think so. I think it plays out like this. He has the first dream where Goldblum's like, "You shouldn't be here." Second dream where he goes, "Hey, I'm part of your dream. We should be acting together." And Goldblum's like, "Never mind. I'm going to go do this." And he turns into like a
Griffin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Third dream is when they kind of come to an accord, and they see there's another group of people off in the distance and they're like,
and they have like a harpoon.
They have a net. They have a weighted net.
There he is, guys! Get him!
Get him the net. And they're like, "Wait, what are you doing?" They're trying to capture
dream, you idiot. All right, so when is that? When's dream number 3?
I think dream 3, when Goldblum and him have like a sit down and have dream coffee together, is at the start of Act 2.
All right, so this is dream 3.
That's dream 3, which is them coming to an accord, and it's like, "Yeah, I'd love to work with you sometime." And he goes, "I don't work with people."
He doesn't.
He wakes up and he goes, "I got to get Goldblum in this commercial. It's the only way to save the local small town car dealership in a small town with a studio apartment that has trains running on both sides."
Classic. People are sick of trains. Get a car.
It's one of those like train roundabouts where it's like, why not?
They have the only apartment in the entire city that has this. This is clearly the worst apartment.
They're in the middle of it.
The owners refused to sell, so they just built the train tracks around it.
It's a historic landmark. You can't take those things down.
That lone studio apartment. It's literally a single room. That's a structure.
Like actually, it's not even the whole building. It's historic. It's the 3rd floor.
And then, so he wakes up and he's like, "Hey, man. Hey, guys. I've been having weird dreams." And they go, "Yeah, you're talking about Goldblum in your sleep." And he goes, "Yeah, because he needs to be in a car dealership because the local mom and pop car dealership is about to close down, and Goldblum will give him the weight to sell all these Hyundais."
Sure, and that's because if he doesn't do this other commercial, he's going to die, right?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. And then these guys are, what's the bad dreamers trying to get Jeff Goldblum into their commercial for?
Exposure.
To blow up a car with Goldblum in it. Live.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he doesn't know it.
Why not? Yeah.
That's homicide.
Yeah.
But that's
It was an
later on.
accident.
Think of the exposure though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the director's going to go to jail, but think about how many people are going to say the name of our car that day.
It's manslaughter.
Sure. Hey,
Man dies in Ford F-150.
We round it back to good old manslaughter.
all right, so why does the rival team want Jeff Goldblum in their commercial?
Because he's famous and it'll drive sales.
But is this commercial what is going to kill him?
They love money.
I think there has to be a scene where they're at a like round table. They're all in suits.
Yep, corporate board.
And they're like, we have to find a way to get our car or the name of our car to be a household name. And they're like, well, celebrity deaths always go viral on Twitter. What if a celebrity died in our car? It's like, okay, well, we don't want to get like a big celebrity because what if a great movie comes out with that celebrity? And it's like, all right, we need like a B-list celebrity, but one who's like still good and like everybody knows and everyone will be sad about. It's like, oh, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. All right. Boardroom scene. Evil boardroom scene.
I'm imagining that as a round table with a black background and a spotlight on the table, and there's just a bunch of suits.
V for Vendetta.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it's not even like a commercial. It's just like a stunt. They're like, we have to get Jeff Goldblum in one of our cars, and we have to make it look like an accident.
Yeah. It's like, look, we'll just give a bunch of B-level celebrities our car. Whoever accepts it will blow it up on film.
I think they should go after Goldblum.
Oh, just target.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think they should target Goldblum.
Yep. Targets.
That way, they're not going to divert if Goldblum becomes too difficult.
True.
Also, if more than one celebrity took it, they'd have to kill a bunch of people.
Yeah. Like,
Well, that's what the sequel is. We'll get to that.
we already got rid of Mariska Hargitay last week.
Mariska Hargitay?
Did she do things after the Love Guru situation she was involved in?
How dare you reference that movie around me?
You said it's your Thanksgiving movie.
I know that's Spider-Man 1 by Sam Raimi.
Oh, true.
It's the best Thanksgiving movie ever made because it's a Spider-Man movie set at Thanksgiving for some reason.
Yeah, that's a cool movie. All right, what's the last third though? Last 10 minutes.
Dream escape for Goldblum. Some clever sort of like maybe they just offer up a C-list celebrity.
They put a celebrity in front, like to die instead of Goldblum? I don't know. Here, take this guy. Here, take Kevin Hart.
What if Craig sacrifices himself, dresses up as Goldblum, gets in the car, and we don't know it's Craig until it shows his face?
And he has to hurry up and fall asleep before he dies.
He does. And we see him try desperately to fall asleep, and then the car explodes, and we don't see it, and everybody's sad. And then it's the end with Goldblum, and he goes to sleep, and we hear
Craig's there,
like, "Hey, hi,
Hey,
I did, no, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
yeah.
Or
it's just like, finally you're asleep.
escaped into the dream
Or
world.
Craig goes to him and is like, "Hey," and Jeff's like, "Who are you?" And then Craig's like, "I guess it worked. It was all a dream the whole time."
Oh.
There it is. That's the trope. I like it.
But we need the last 10 minutes here. So
No,
this is
I like the idea that Craig like swaps with Goldblum, where he puts up. It has to be dumb. It has to be like a rubber Goldblum mask.
an obvious body swap.
Yeah. And then he's desperately trying to fall asleep in like the driver's seat, and his hands are duct taped to the wheel.
It's Craig's hands to the wheel.
Bad guys.
Oh, because I think it's Goldblum.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're live streaming Goldblum test driving one of their cars, and nobody knows it's supposed to explode except them.
Oh, cool. All right. That's like a Disney Plus episode.
Them and Craig, because Craig knows somehow, and that's why Craig's able to maybe stop it.
Disney Plus is definitely going to air Jeff Goldblum
Well,
exploding
no,
in
Jeff
the car.
Goldblum has a show on Disney Plus.
I know.
Well, they show him driving a car.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
Well, he like talks about tattoos and ice cream and all cool hipster stuff.
Yeah. I'm not into Lindsay.
And like sneakers and roller skates and something else. Maybe.
Sneakers with wheels.
Yeah.
Huey's.
I don't get
It sounds a lot like our show.
All right, so we got to figure out this. We've actually been an hour. Do you want
Go for it.
to? Okay, cool.
I did
All right, so thank you for watching so far. We appreciate it. It's been a long 60 minutes of us figuring out this very weird story that we're going on to called it's a shared dream space. First off, I want to thank IBM TV for letting us just talk on here. Thank you to Entertain This for coming on here and hanging out with us. We do appreciate that. It's very cool. Just to touch base, talking upstream, if you just tuned in, is me and Dylan and some Nobodies, us doing a 90-minute writer's room where we kind of make each other giggle a little bit and come up with funny stories that hopefully we can sell to somebody. But let's get back into it anyway, because we still got a little bit of time to go here.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to flesh out our characters. We have to think of a scene to work on.
Yeah.
And what else do we need? What scene are you thinking?
I don't know yet.
Is there
This is so out there.
is there a scene in this 30-minute thing that you think would be the funniest scene so far?
Really fun to read out loud.
I think
on
maybe
screen.
Dream 2.
Yeah.
I think Dream 2 might be the funniest bit.
Where
Where he approaches Jeff and is like, "Hey, this is what's going on," and Jeff's like, "No, I don't accept it.
into my imagination.
Look, I'm a jellyfish.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not saying you're fake, but if you were real, could I do this?" And then he just flies away.
It's
You
like
gotta have them back.
it's
to
like
read
Jeff
this next
Goldblum
week.
and William Shatner saying the same sentence. It's so good. It's so good.
Jeff Goldblum doing a Shatner impression.
Or vice versa.
Or
Either
vice
one,
versa.
I'm impressed. So we have the body swap over here. We have Goldblum being saved. We have the car explosion at some point, right? Is there a car explosion still
At the end,
with Craig in it?
yeah,
Craig dies?
he escapes into the dream world.
Well, I
mentally.
kind of like Craig now.
What if Craig is somehow able to escape before the car explodes?
You
The
said
car
you're
still
crazy.
explodes.
I said they do a body swap with a celebrity, and they like
They put a celebrity in there instead of
there's
Goldblum,
Goldblum, and they just push someone forward. He's got his hands taped.
and it's actually Vince Vaughn.
Oh yeah,
It's Jurassic Park 2.
or Vince Vaughn. For some reason, I had Vin Diesel in my mind.
Oh,
Like,
I
what
thought
are
you
you
were-
talking about?
Diesel.
Dude, we could blow up Vin Diesel any day.
Yeah,
That'd be
he
great.
could. Well, no,
Yeah.
he wouldn't because his contracts.
You can't blow Vin Diesel up.
You're not allowed
It's
to.
it's illegal.
Vin Diesel says in his movie contracts that he's not allowed to lose a fight.
That's true. He cannot
Wow.
take more punches than thrown.
No,
That is
Huh.
in his contracts.
Wow.
sorry, I'm good.
What?
I just got a little dizzy.
From doing what?
I don't know, sitting.
You're dizzy from just sitting
Yeah.
there? Stop typing so fast.
I can't.
Okay, so we have this weird body swap thing going on. We have so we're saying we're gonna put a different celebrity in here so that a celebrity
not?
dies, right?
Yeah.
Lesser celebrity.
Who's a lesser celebrity that you could replace with Goldblum with? It is. I think it's funnier if they are obviously not the same person.
Yeah.
I have one in mind. I can't think of his name.
Is it Amy Schumer? Is that who?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Dude, Amy Schumer has to go in too.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah, American Pie.
Yeah. Amy Schumer might be willing to do it.
She'd probably do it for pretty cheap now.
Ted Danson.
Oh,
Ted,
I love Ted Danson.
he is a treasure. But yeah,
I would kill Goldblum to save Ted Danson.
Ooh.
Those are strong words.
And I'm going to say him again harder. Later, not right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, off mic.
Okay, that's probably a good idea.
I don't want to know too much.
What about John Goodman?
Ooh.
Thin,
I kinda
fat
like
John Goodman or thin John Goodman?
Like,
Oh, fat.
Preference. It's whatever.
10 Cloverfield Lane John Goodman.
Yeah.
Crazy survivalist John Goodman.
and that's like nowhere near the same look as
No, it's
Goldblum.
not.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to put John Goodman in
They
here.
don't bother gagging him. He's just like, what are you talking about?
Hey.
Fred Flintstone, John Goodman.
There you go.
They convinced him it was going to be a reunion script. A
He
table
brings that
read.
moose hat. It's like,
It's a table read for the reunion, and he goes, "Where's Rosie O'Donnell?
Good, I didn't like her anyway.
Did Moranis finally come back?" Moranis is over in the corner buying a
Oh my
car.
God, Rick Moranis played Barney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
He's
now
back.
realizing this.
Yeah, Moranis is back.
Halle
And-
Berry was in that movie, and her name was Sharon Stone.
I remember that.
They
That's
didn't-
unforgettable.
Oh, yeah, Halle Berry.
Dude, there is never a Halle Berry like appearance that I'm excited for. Not once ever. Not once ever have I watched a movie and go, "Oh, good."
What if
Halle
you showed
Berry's
up
in
at your
this."
birthday party
I would move my birthday.
with $1,000,
So,
with $100,000?
to do what?
Give it to you.
I'll take it.
The money.
I'll take it.
All right.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
After tax, of course.
I would pay the same amount if Holly Berry is listening to have you at my birthday party. I'll pay you.
You'll pay
Same.
Halle Berry $100,000 to show up at your birthday?
You made that much money on entertaining us?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely not. No, we're definitely in the red on that.
I made
Yeah.
$5.
You made $5?
Yeah, because I asked my mom for some money, and
Nice.
Can we borrow $5?
can I get a 5?
Oh, if they swap Goldblum with someone at the end,
John Goodman.
yes. How does it end then? How does the whole thing end? Because
Goodman
Goldblum is
jumps.
it's like,
Yeah.
see you only in my dreams. It's like,
Yeah.
What, like in like a sexy way, or
I feel like either the car explosion cannot happen or because like if anything happens and Goldblum's alive, then it'll look like a magic stunt and they'll probably sell more cars.
I feel like there has to be an escape. I feel like it's Craig switching with Goldblum. Craig knows it's going to blow up, so Craig knows to escape. Craig jumps out of the car explodes, Goldblum's body's not found. They meet up. He's like, I guess I'll be seeing you around. And then Craig's like,
there's a tree on the shore down in Mexico.
yeah. Craig's
Well,
like,
he opens up. It's a VHS of Jurassic Park.
two.
Craig's like, in your dreams. And then it's just like, and then Layla plays, but just the guitar solo for royalty reasons.
Yeah, why not?
I'm cool.
I like Goldblum escaping. Craig kind of, or yeah.
Who is Craig?
Who
Like,
isn't Craig? He's an every guy, you know?
He's an everyman.
He's
What's
the
the,
window character.
What's he
want so
look
much.
like? If you had to pick an actor that you see
he's
playing
got
Craig,
hair.
he's got some hair,
He's got hair.
so I can't play him. That's
He's got
cool.
legs.
That's a tough dude. I see like Giovanni Ribisi.
I see that. I see Quaid's son, the guy who played Huey in The Boys. Dennis Quaid's son.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Seen it,
that's
yeah,
pretty
haven't
good.
you?
I've seen
so-
season one.
I
like
hate
that.
to give him work, but I think Josh Hutchinson is what
That's
I
not
think.
bad,
Like
too.
burnt out Josh Hutchinson.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. He's got range.
Which one is him?
PETA
Mhm.
from Hunger Games.
Yeah.
If they're hungry, why do they have PETA?
I hate your guts.
He
He's
makes
a
a good
baker.
point.
He made bread. Come on.
I remember his cake decorating skills meant he could camouflage himself as a rock.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
nailed it.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
exactly what the logic of that book was.
They're in a poor
Peter.
village. How is he making bread?
How does he have food coloring? That's what I want to know. Whatever. All right, so we're okay. Cool. So PETA is. I like that.
Yeah. Fun fact: I rode the school bus with Josh Hutcherson as a child. That was a great time.
Really?
How old is
Yeah,
he?
we went to the same high school.
Oh,
How old was
I don't know. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I was on the bus once with
he? Yeah. You guys want to
That was still his Bridge to Terabithia days, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever he was in.
Oh yeah, that was like back in Kicking and Screaming days too.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
man.
So he was like a celebrity, and you're still riding like the bus with him.
Yeah, this is like in between like movies and stuff when he was like forced to go to school by the state.
Yeah.
He sucks. Or whatever. We'll give him work.
Cool.
He can be Craig. He can blow up in a car.
Was he in Zathura? Was that him?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never saw that.
Don't.
Oh yeah, that was him.
Yeah, it was real bad.
That's the sci-fi version of Topanga, right?
It's.
Anyway,
Boy meets face.
that just came to me.
That's a good one.
It's like
Genius.
Jumanji was called.
Well, Dylan finally gets a point.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, 1 point.
How many can I turn in to get a nickel?
One. Just 1 point.
Cool.
Nickel, yeah.
We'll talk.
This is the first time you had a point, though. What do you want to see in this last scene, other than the body swap part, which I guess is most of it, right?
I think we move the montage to the end of the act, or
Do we
Goldblum
have-
gets captured and they have to dream heist him.
Do we do the thing where it's like we show Goldblum in the car and we show the car explode, and then somebody wakes up and it's the boardroom
Or
guy,
it's,
and he's like,
or it's
"Oh."
Goldblum's funeral, and then the camera pans and you see him standing. And
All
then
right.
Michael Caine shows up and is like, I always thought let's
But
go
if
to the
he-
cafe.
But if he dies or fake dies, then the evil board gets what they want.
Yes, yeah,
So
you're right.
I don't know if that can happen, and that's the problem that I'm having. Because like if it goes right, they win, and they can't win because that means Craig loses,
That's fair.
and Craig's an every guy.
What if Jeff Goldblum at the same time as this explosion that's obviously being live streamed shows up on some like News 24 weather report where they're just like really windy out here today, and then Jeff Goldblum's like walking in the background and that goes viral and they're like, Jeff Goldblum wasn't even there. Who was in the car? We don't know. The body was destroyed because of the explosion.
It's pretty good.
And then in the box under the tree is actually camera tape from like the boardroom saying, "We'll just kill Goldblum."
Yeah.
And then Craig's greatest superpower was being a nobody.
See, fully wraps around. That's so good. Cool. All right. Well, what do we got to fill in then? I think that's.
I think
most
we
of
need
it.
to. We need to go through start to finish and say what the plot is here, so we can get it straight.
Yeah, I think we need our character.
Because my notes are very scattered.
Yeah. All right. That's cool. Okay, so we're gonna start this thing. We're gonna open up. It's like an animated thing. We're gonna see a very weird dreamscape. It's almost Seussian, if more teal and metallic for some reason. We're going to see Jeff Goldblum sitting in what he thinks is a bench on the side of what he envisions as a pond. And we're going to have Craig slowly walking up to him. And as he's either reaching out or about to say something to him, Craig snaps awake and he is back at work and he is a boring car salesman. And at first, we're going to think that he is just daydreaming. And he goes throughout the rest of his day. He goes to sleep that night, and he actually dreams again. Same dreamscape. Things look the same. He walks to the same pond. Goldblum's there. This time, he actually gets to Goldblum, and he talks to him. He's like, "Hey, good things do not happen to people that I dream of." And Goldblum's like, "I don't care. I'm a flying hippopotamus." And then he dips, and that's beautiful. And then he wakes up the next day, and he goes, "I have to warn Jeff Goldblum somehow." And that's when you get a little bit of Googling and him starting the trek of looking for Goldblum. That's when we fall into Dream 3. In Dream 3, he gets to Goldblum and he's like, "Look, man, you're not dreaming me. I'm dreaming this, and whatever, you need to listen to me, yada, yada, yada." Right? That's kind of where that goes. And as they're talking, they happen to see a rival gang of angry dreamers that are in blue-collar garb. And they're running at them, and for some reason they don't get to him, and they come out of there. So now he's desperately trying to find Jeff Goldblum. He Googles him as you did. He finds his agent. He looks on Cameo, which I think is a thing.
It's where you can celebrity. It's like TikTok for celebrities, but you pay them to record a customized message for you.
I thought that's what that link you sent me to Only. What is it? That Only Friends or whatever?
Only Friends.
Yeah. What's
That's
that?
it.
What's that?
Yeah, let's keep it at that. Nope.
Oh, okay, cool. Only Friends. If he's on there, sure, we'll get him. And then we get a little bit of a stalker issue, and we really can't tell from there.
Don't worry.
And then we can't tell if he is actually dreaming these things really or not. I guess people think he's crazy. And where do we go from here? I kind of forgot what happened up until this part. But I guess at some point we do see the evil board, and either through a dream or we think it's a dream, it's actually reality. Either way, the evil boardroom is sales are dipping because of the pandemic and nobody's buying cars because they can't talk to people. And they come up with this foolproof plan by looking on OnlyFriends and finding Jeff Goldblum, and they're like, if we kill Jeff Goldblum,
what if they're sacrificing him to the god of cars?
Okay,
I don't know. Why not?
No, that's way better. That's way better.
We need. It's been a while. Sales are down.
It's like, who's the last guy we sacrificed? And they go,
Henry Ford.
Dang, that was an 8.
JFK.
Ooh.
Sacrificing to that Dodge.
Oh, another conspiracy, sure.
Turns out the whole thing is a prequel to Mad Max.
Dude, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, all this aqua cola.
Did you ever watch Blood Drive on Amazon?
No.
It was about a car race, but the cars were possessed by demons. You had to feed them people.
Oh, that's cool.
Run. It was good for the first episode, and then it was trash afterwards. But that first episode's pretty fun.
I thought that was that monster truck movie where it was a monster inside of a truck.
Monster Truck is like the kids' version of that, but Blood Drive was released back in like 2015 on Amazon.
Yeah, I thought you were originally going to say that Death Race 2000, that movie from like the 80s.
One of those lines has my favorite. One of those movies has my favorite line from any work of fiction. I can't repeat it on this show, but I'll tell you after this episode's over.
All right. Well, now I want to know what it is.
I'll tell
Everybody go Google it. Leave your guesses in the
I
comments.
don't even know what movie it is.
No, it's like Death Race 2 or Death Race 3.
Well, 2000 is the one that was David Carradine back in the 80s. And then the newer one's like Death Race, whatever. And they're garbage. Probably Jason Statham's in them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then we're going to have a scene of the evil boardroom, and they now are talking about worshiping a valuable donation to the god of cars.
Yeah.
And the god of cars obviously is a big fan of The Fly. So they decide to chuck in Jeff Goldblum.
Plus, gold is right in his name. There's got to be value to that.
And I guess and Craig is having a dream of that.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Maybe
I'm
he's
cool
a
with
car
that.
salesman, so he's contacted by the prophet of cars,
So-
the car god or something. Why not?
So Craig dreams with the help of the car god what the evil board is doing, although the car god wants souls, I think, at some point.
There are two car gods, whatever.
Classic car god. I get it. So then because he knows the plan, he tells Jeff Goldblum, hey, if this company comes and offers you a lot of money, don't do it. And Jeff Goldblum's like, ha ha ha, I'm Jeff Goldblum, I'm going to do it. So then he somehow finds John Goodman.
Are we doing the swap, or are we doing
Or
the
himself.
thing where Craig swaps with him and escapes?
I think that's funnier, actually.
Yeah, me too.
So I like Craig dressing up as Goldblum.
So Goldblum needs to be captured or Craig needs to be captured as Goldblum so that they can actually get him in the car.
Yeah.
Which one? Are,
Maybe Goldblum quits and like Goldblum's like takes the bait from Craig and is like, I'm not doing it. And then Craig dreams again and it's like, oh, they're gonna kidnap Goldblum now. I need to dress as Goldblum.
I like the idea that Goldblum gets captured, but he's like, oh no, they're taking. He's not taking. He's just like, oh, they got me.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the handcuffs. Oh, they got me. Oh, who knows what they're gonna do?
It's a good thing they got me and not my stunt double, Craig.
Shut up. I think he just gets captured real easy because Craig's not a fighter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
They just show up. Like, maybe they're meeting for the first time in person. Like, Goldblum's actually meeting. They just show up and they're like, Mr. Goldblum, come with us. And he goes, well, I got no choice. What do you mean you can run? They got me. I don't know. I got to go. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
He just gets let off.
Yeah, I like
It's
that.
Goldblum. He doesn't care.
So, all right. So Craig gets caught, kind of, right?
Yeah, they just
On
leave Craig
purpose.
because he's nobody.
Yeah.
But then he swaps with Goldblum somehow.
And then what's the big reveal at the end?
We'll watch the car
they
explode.
light comically long fuse for the car to explode.
Does the car god get its soul?
No.
Okay. So that way the company still goes
Yeah.
down. Love it.
So Craig swaps with Goldblum somehow.
Yeah.
He was in the trunk the whole time of the car, and he like pops out through the back seat, and he goes, "Jeff, you gotta go."
Through the back seat.
No, I don't think that works.
Yeah.
Because then they could just both leave.
Right.
One of them needs to be in the car to convince, or not in the car, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. We can figure that part out.
Yeah, they swap somehow. It doesn't need to be intense.
Yeah.
Maybe they tell them that it explodes if you take your foot off the gas. Like if you dare take your foot off the gas, we're gonna make this car explode. So then like Jeff Goldblum is in it, like pressing on the pedal, and then they have to like switch their feet, and he pushes Jeff out of the car, and that's how
they awkwardly have to climb over each other in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's like, oh, come, you're on my elbow right now.
We should go with a story where somebody has to keep their foot on a pedal.
Like a bus,
Mm.
and if it goes too slow,
Yeah.
the bomb detonates.
I like it. Bus.
Nobody's ever done that before, guys. I know that.
Who's really big now? I think Keanu's really big.
Yeah.
And we need someone who hasn't been in a whole lot but is really well regarded.
And especially one who's ready for a comeback.
What about like Sandra Bullock?
From a lot of congeniality.
Yeah.
Miss Congeniality.
We'll call it Velocity.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Erase the whole board. We got to start over with this velocity idea.
All right, so let's flip it. Actually, we're almost out of time.
We're almost out of time, but then at the end of it, are we doing the Tijuana thing where it's like Craig tells Goldwyn to get out of the car and it's like, they're going to come after you until it dies down. There's a tree in Tijuana. I hit a box under its roots. Go find that and I'll meet you there.
Well, sure, what's in there?
You'll see. And then he goes there and he opens it up in Jurassic Park 2.
God damn it, Josh. I just died. This thing is going to haunt me forever. All right, guys. That is the end of our show. Man, it's 90 minutes already. That's crazy. We definitely want to send a quick thank you out to all the guys over at Entertain This, Alex, Mike, and Nick.
Appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, you guys are cool. Thanks for hanging out so long and helping us come up with this. Because
it was awesome.
We would have had something way different and less weird. So I really appreciate
That's what we do.
You guys are more than welcome to come over on our show anytime, or any of our 15,000 podcasts that we run.
We got space.
We do have a little bit of space.
You send us a message. We're there. And likewise, we want to bring you guys on as a guest for Entertain This, maybe even for this month, if you guys are available.
I'll talk about Magic again.
I'm right there with you.
There you
go. So can we go ahead and confirm you guys for this month then? Because we need a guest.
Let's do
on
an
the air?
email because we have some scheduling commitments, but we'll communicate tonight.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
work it out.
trying to film a short movie right now, so some of our time
Very
is
cool.
but we're definitely interested.
Yeah.
We definitely will do it as long as the time permits. But yeah, we're 100% in. But
Cool.
thank you so much. Please, everybody watching this all around the world, go to Entertain This. If you go any podcast, if you're a listener app fan and you want to do things with podcasts or whatever, go in there and look for Entertain This. They're cool guys. They talk about fun stuff that we don't talk about, which is great. But to wrap this up, thank you so much to Entertain This. Thank you so much to IBM TV for having us on there and letting us just ramble and ramble and ramble and ramble.
You can find Zack and I at www.somenobodies.com, where everything we do is on there. If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/somenobodies, and you'll help us actually make stuff, which is great.
If you like comedy, go to Behind the Bits with Scott Curtis. I want to say a quick thanks to Tanya Sheck, Sarah Tkachik, and Listener App. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys very much. Tune in next week where we'll do 2 more stories.
Do something else.
Cool. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Bye.